Hello everyone, it's Amy, and thought I would do a video for today. Happy Thursday, happy Thursday. Busy day again in the world of politics. Some of you may not want to hear about that all the time, some do. So I'll just go through it real quick, or I'll try to go through it real quick. But today, as you probably know, 45 is in his election interference, election fraud trial, and they're cross-examining David Pecker. Now, and I'll never not laugh at that stupid name. Okay, I don't know why the guy hasn't changed his name, but think of Woody Woodpecker. We'll think of that. Okay, Woody Woodpecker. So what he's saying, what Pecker is saying, is that pretty much he's really calling 45 out, that 45 wanted these stories to be killed off about his affairs and things like that, and because it came from him. It wasn't the direction of anyone else. It wasn't Michael Cohen. It came straight from him. Yes, Michael Cohen did some bad things. Yes, he was the go-between on all this, but the orders came from 45. Now you may say, but they didn't have to do it. True, they didn't have to do it. Michael Cohen went to jail because he did it. He did these things for 45. But isn't there something to be said about somebody ordering these things to be done? I mean, if you said to someone, I want you to go destroy this person's mailbox, and somebody did it, and you paid them to do it. Let's say you wanted them to do it because you didn't want your neighbor to get a letter that would tell them about that you stole money from their bank account. Okay, wouldn't that make you not just part of the crime, but a huge factor, a huge component, a huge character? You're the main person, you're the main character, the main criminal. You ordered it to be done. You had a motive, right? So here's the thing. And he paid. He used money. He ordered it to be done. He paid for the service, and he had a motive, a bad motive. So I would say that makes him, yeah, guilty. Guilty as charged. Pecker is saying that he did these things for 45. He caught the stories. He killed them off, didn't publish them. And and Michael Cohen was the go-between. He was the guy that arranged all the stuff from 45. But 45 is the one, the helm of the ship, who ordered it, had the motive, and used the money that I think was probably for entertainment purposes only, probably was part of campaign money. As we all know, he does that, but whatever. So yeah, he's guilty. Now we have to get through obviously the rest of the trial, but that's pretty damning evidence in my opinion today. So that's really what I wanted to come on and say, today was pretty important. I don't even care what Stormy Daniels has to say because we all know what she's been through, but I will say this. She has talked about recently about being scared, death threats from the MAGA people, because really it's not that 45 has power, it's the people around him who have the power, who do these things. Again, he gets people to do things for him. He orders them and they do it. It's the people around him who are crazy enough to do it for him. He comes out hands clean. And he says, I didn't do it, just like with his retweets. I didn't do it. Yes, you did. You did. You made a decision to do it. So, Stormy Daniels, she's scared. But all along, the reason why she came out in the first place, when the National Enquirer said, and David Pecker said, hey, you got, like Jerry Springer, you have a story, we'll send it in and we'll feature you. So she thought, I have a story, and maybe it was for money, maybe, but she has said that she felt like she wanted to bring him down because she heard things, saw things, the way he treated her, the way she saw and heard him treat other women, the fact that he cheated on his wife. Do you want that guy to be president? If Bill Clinton couldn't have an affair with Monica Lewinsky, why was it okay for 45 to have an affair with her and others, and to treat women like that with his pregnant wife? Shouldn't America know about that? That's what her motive was. Does it make her a saint? No. But like Michael Cohen, when it comes down to years from now, when we talk about the key figures that helped save America, because we helped bring down 45, this narcissist, Stormy Daniels will be a big figure. She will be huge. And so will Michael Cohen and others, Jack Smith, others. So yeah, she's scared, but she feels like she has to. And you notice that she says she wished that she had persisted. So when David Pecker, the National Enquirer, said, we'll publish it, we'll let you know. And we're not going to pay you yet. We'll pay you. See, was it for money? She didn't even get the money at that time. I don't know if she ever got the money. We'll pay you. I guess she did, because Michael Cohen wouldn't be part of it. So yeah, she got the money because she persisted. She was the more tenacious, loud one out of everyone. And they were really trying to keep her quiet. So they did pay her. But the whole thing was, they tried to kill the story off before the election. Get the story, find out who has stories, who could come out, get their story, say you'll pay them off or pay them off outright, and then be done. Never publish that story. Done. They have to sign a non-disclosure agreement. Well, she felt bad about that because, again, she wanted to bring him down. She wanted to, quote unquote, I feel like, save America from this narcissist, this cheater, serial cheater. So she persisted. She came out pretty early on after he was elected and has persisted and has never really changed her story that I know of. Michael Avenatti, her lawyer, has changed, unfortunately, but she hasn't. And so she really has some moral component in this, which I find interesting. And yeah, so anyway, again, who ordered it? Who paid? Who ordered it? Who paid? And who had bad motives? 45. He's the one. It's not her. They're going to make her, oh, she's just money hungry. She's fame hungry. No, she actually has a moral investment in this, and always has. I think they will prove that. She's going to get up there and say things that embarrass 45, but this really is more about that her conscience and what she tried to do and has always tried to do, which is to show America who this guy really is. So that's not going well for 45. So what he does to lick his wounds is he goes at Trump Tower and thinks he's still president, and has the former prime minister of Japan come, and he gives him a key to the guy who stole documents from the White House. The guy who had an insurrection is going to give away these fake gold keys. Probably gave him a fake Bible too, and fake gold sneakers too. The key to the White House. Well, they probably changed the locks, so that's not going to work. And he does it to boost his ego, because here he is. He can't campaign. No one's showing up to his rallies. Plus, he doesn't have the time or money for his rallies. And he's under all these criminal trials, is under bond, and he's doing it to boost his ego. I'm embarrassed in court. They're saying bad things about me. They're saying, they've always said I didn't win. And so he does it to, poll numbers are down. I've got to make myself look and sound like I'm presidential. So he does these things. He has no right to do it. No right. And again, probably changed the locks on the White House. So it doesn't matter what stupid symbolic key they give out. Doesn't have any meaning at all. And how stupid of this former prime minister. No disrespect, but come on. Really? Why would he do that? Why would he meet with 45? It's really, 45 has really outed out the bad characters. So why didn't, and I heard this is why I made a video yesterday and didn't post it because then I got busy and it had cut off. So I just left it. This may cut off too. I hope not. Why? And so this other reader said this, but I had said it too. This means we're both picking up the right info from our spirit guides. Why isn't Melania why aren't Melania and the kids showing up to these trials? Because he doesn't want them to. He doesn't want them to hear about his affairs. It's embarrassing. And he wants to keep them gaslit too, that he's never done anything wrong. They're trying to get me. It's a witch hunt. They're being gaslit too, his family, as much as we don't like them. And I don't care, do you? Yeah, he doesn't want them to hear the bad stuff either and see his behavior and all these things. He doesn't want it either. He can't even handle it. Of course, doesn't want his family to hear it. But also, they are embarrassed and they don't want to be there. And they're making up excuses like, oh, we're busy with the campaign. We're busy getting money in the RNC. And Melania is just like, sorry, dear, I could not. um, busy, busy, busy. She called in a phone call, I guess, when her friend Stephanie Grisham, I think, asked Melania about the whole Stormy Daniels thing when it happened. Melania said something like, she just a slut whore or a porn whore or something like that. Excuse me? So you didn't have naked pictures taken of yourself? There, someone showed a superimposed heads on, it was like a cartoon with all the first ladies. There's like Barbara Bush and Nancy Reagan and Mrs. Ford, and I can't remember all the names, but you know, all these former first ladies, and they're all dressed nice, pearls around their neck, or hair coiffed and everything. And then they showed Melania naked, and they're like, what's different? Who's different? Yeah, it's not, and I don't mean to judge. I'm not going to judge. It's just that it's hypocritical for her to say that porn, what'd you say, porn hooker. She called her like a porn hooker or something. Well, excuse me. I think that you were at the same level at one point too. And my gosh. My gosh. Okay. So yeah, they don't want to be there. Now, why aren't there crowds outside the courtroom? They don't want to be there either. Okay, here's the biggest thing I got. That when that guy lit himself on fire, which that guy died, which is really sad. I mean, you're in a cult and you die. That's like the epitome of being in a cult. So a lot of these people have admitted online that they would be in another, they've been in the insurrection, or they would have another insurrection, yada, yada, yada. They're afraid. They're on the FBI watch list. So a lot of the people who would be radical enough to show up to New York, they're afraid. I also think there was some sort of email that went out that said, don't go, don't go. Because when that guy lit himself on fire, they felt like there's going to be high security, which apparently there isn't. I'm surprised. But yeah, don't go. It's a trap. That type of double thinking. Also, a lot of Trump's 45's fan base had the virus and are compromised and or unalived, and some of them are in prison because of January 6th and other activities. So yeah, and a lot of people don't even have the money to go. They couldn't even go to his rally, and it's not looking good. He's here he is, he's farting in court and not paying attention, falling asleep at will, like his narcolepsy or something, narcotic epilepsy. He doesn't care. He has narcissist epilepsy. He's falling asleep because he doesn't care. He doesn't want to hear. But it's not good. None of this is good. And then last night, that whole thing came out about him and the false electors in Arizona and all these indictments with Rudy and he's co-conspirator one. Again, who ordered it? Mark Meadows, Giuliani, etc. This is that energy we all talked about and that was going to happen in April. Boom, boom, boom. So, okay, focus on the courtroom today. Oh, and the immunity thing. This is what I got because Clarence Thomas and Kavanaugh and others are trying to make these excuses that, well, yeah, the president shouldn't do these things. President shouldn't have full immunity, but it was okay for Trump. It was okay when he did it. They're trying to change the Constitution and change law. This is crazy. So what I heard them say was pretty much, if you're a star, they let you do it. If you're a president, they let you do it. He's grabbing us by the you-know-what, and they're allowing it. I find that sickening. I really hope, I saw no. So I think when they come out, if they even they may not make a decision today. They may delay this for a few more weeks or months. But if they do make a decision today, it's going to be no. They are delaying. The whole thing is to delay. So it's infuriating. Okay. So do I think they're going to get a decision today? Sorry if I'm chewing gum.